Whoever runs the ball more efficiently and effectively is going to win this game. Indiana Hoosiers versus Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Ladies and gentlemen, the first round of the first 12-team college football playoff is underway, so I'm going to go ahead and predict it, look at some stats, facts, things, listen to old Coach Signetti and see how he thinks the boys can get fired up versus the goddamn Fighting Irish, and also Mr. Freeman, see how he's got his boys locked, loaded, and ready to explode. Wait, what? Anyway, let's talk about foosball, man. If you like it, leave a like on it, dislike if you don't like it. Subscribe if you enjoy college football content coverage and everything in between. Hit that bell icon and let's get right into it. So if you're watching this, I hope I have this on screen. You probably seen it. They got some snow out there, and I just want to start right there because that's beautiful. Me being a little southern boy myself, right? You know what I mean? I don't get to see these beautiful, pillowy awfulness sent from Satan. This white seed, terrible. Every time it snows down here, it just like the world ends, okay? This is scary, but it's good football weather. That's what it is. Regardless, back to foosball. Indiana versus Notre Dame. Clearly, tail of the tape with Indiana. One loss to Ohio State. Team that is new from JMU. Transfer out there. He brought his whole squad with him. And old Signetti's got his boys humming in the Big Ten right now at 11-1 with some key marquee wins. And, you know, admittedly a big loss when it comes to Ohio State because they did get a bit dominated there, especially as the game went on. Notre Dame is a 6.5 favorite. Remember, their only loss on the season, Notre Dame, is in IU. So, you know, they're always bound for one. It's always bound to have one. They lucked out on not being in a conference championship and the fact that every other conference basically cannibalized themselves. So Notre Dame is sitting pretty at number 7, not really having to beat any big dog except in the top of the schedule. Again, Texas A&M, decent team. They beat them when they were 20 ranked. You lose to how do you beat Texas A&M and lose to Illinois? Beat Louisville, which is a really good win. People, I don't think, give credit for this. Louisville was one of the top ranked offenses and defenses a lot of times in the nation. So they were just a good squad. They beat Clemson too. So you know, you handle Stanford, you handle Georgia Tech, which is also a good team. You handle Navy, you handle Florida State, which was an embarrassment of a team, right? They got to hum a bit, right? So they haven't really been tested since Texas A&M and Northern Illinois, to be honest with you. And USC even went ahead and put up 35 points on them. But that, to be honest with you, is probably one of those games where it was late and they just kind of let them score back because USC was a walking dumpster fire. So compare that to Indiana's full schedule, right? I mean, nothing of remarkable except for beating down on that elite Nebraska defense because that is a good defense. Other than that, they don't have a lot cooking over there. They handled Michigan in a close game. Again, they don't. Oh, wait, they didn't beat. I'm stupid. Sorry. I said earlier in the video they beat Penn State. I'm dumb. I'm tripping. They beat Michigan. I got the Big Ten schools mixed up. So that makes it even look worse, to be honest with you. That's tough there. That's tough there. But anyway, let's get a little deeper into. Let's hear what the Segnetti has to say about the Fighting Irish, man.
Kurt, I asked Coach Haynes this yesterday. I know that it's not quite as extreme, what Notre Dame does as kind of like a triple option team, but when you have a quarterback that can run and you have some of the option packages that they give him, is it a little bit like preparing for the option? And people always say having extra time to sort of simulate that, to really drill that with your scout team and then give your defense a more extended look. Basically, does that help? Do you feel like having a little bit more prep time for what Notre Dame does with Riley Leonard in the run game helped you guys?
Well, I think, the extra prep time is an advantage for both sides, right, to learn their opponent. But sometimes you can have too much information, right? In my mind, what they do, I would call those +1 runs more so than option. And, we've seen those throughout the course of the season. Now, who they're doing it with is the difference. They're good up front. Riley Leonard's a great competitor. He's got great mobility. He can throw the ball well also. Backs are good. So, there may be a little wrinkle that we haven't seen yet, but for the most part, we've seen this kind of stuff and seen it through the years. At the end of the day, it comes down to blocking, tackling, gap control, winning the line of scrimmage, and the fundamentals of football. So they've got a good offense. Riley Leonard's a big part of it. I've been watching him on tape for a few years, studying when he was at Duke. And I think a lot of him as a player, and they do a nice job.
Nothing but respect. I love that Christian. He's such a football coach. He's such a football guy. You know, it just comes down to tackling, block control, gap control. Like I know, coach. He's gonna say that every time. He gonna gnaw your head off while saying that. But no, in all seriousness, I think you see the admiration there. Obviously, him being in JMU, which if I'm not mistaken is over in the Carolinas. What's it called? And looking at Duke film, probably just in the vicinity, probably having to go against them, in future. So there seems to be some history when it comes to the way that he's analyzed at least Riley Leonard and knows of him. So maybe that could be play into a factor of how the Cignetti boys handle O'Reilly Leonard. But let's see how Marcus Freeman feels about the Hoosiers.
On the right side in the back row, Allison Hayes.
Hi, Coach. Just the challenge that IU quarterback Curtis Rourke and the Hoosiers offensive line pose for your defense.
Yeah, every great offense is led by a quarterback, and this is no different. He's a veteran. He's been in big games. He's played in a lot of football games, and he makes really good decisions. Like, he knows where he's going with the ball. He knows what he's looking for, and he is able to execute at a high level. But more than that, I think their offense, being able to run the ball, is something that they've done really efficiently. And when you think about weather conditions, you think about a Friday night in South Bend, Indiana, weather could have an impact on the football game. And they've done a really good job running the ball. And so we have to prepare, obviously, for the things he does well in the passing game, but we got to make sure we can stop the run, too.
Can we start with the
It's a good place to stop. Okay, that is a crazy timing, obviously, because as you see, the terrible sight and snow is down there blanketing the gosh darn fields of Notre Dame. So it is going to be a big thing. Both teams can run efficiently, are going to have to run very efficiently if snow does the way it is. I'm not saying that people can't throw when it's cold, but their hands be a little cold. The receiver's hands be cold. Quarterback's hands might lock up. You know what I mean? So it's definitely more advantageous to be able to run the ball. Indiana points a game ranking. We're going to go to the rankings over these and then we'll wrap it up. And then I'll give you a little bit of prediction there. Indiana is ranked number 2, 41, 2 and 25, and that's for points a game at number 2, yards a game at number 41, points of play number 2, and yards of play at number 25. So that's elite in a lot of regards. Yards a game is a little low, but that would suggest that they don't have to get a lot of yards to finish their games. We looked at their schedule. They probably didn't. Third down conversion number 16. If you watch this channel, my favorite stat to look at is red zone scoring and efficiency and opponent third down and third down conversion, right? So top 16 in the nation when it comes to converting third downs, top 10 in the nation when it comes to that defense stopping, what do they call them? Third down conversions, and red zone scoring number 1. So when they get into the red area, they get it done. Number 49, decent, pretty good when it comes to opponents' red zone. So basically defensive red zone efficiency. Yards or rush at number 71, rushes a game 42. So they rush the ball a little bit, and yard rushes game number 69. So they get the job done, but nothing exponential. Defense does a good job defending it. Number 2 in opponent's yards rush or play. Passing statistics about mid, except when you come to these efficiency points, right? Number 10 when the completion percentage. Number 5 in the nation when it comes to yards of play. Number 16 when it comes to interception thrown. So this quarterback, again, veteran who takes care of the ball in a lot of good ways in that defensive side of the ball. Mid to decent when it comes to how they handle actually pretty elite. Now that I'm looking at it, opponent pass interception thrown 19, 13 when it comes to passing yards a game for the opponents, and then number 9 when it comes to opponents' yards pass a game. So they can handle the run and pass. They're gonna have to be able to handle the run because this Notre Dame offense, where we're gonna start right here at the run, is number 2 in yards or rush. So this is efficiency out the wazoo compared to Indiana's rush game, which was number 71 when it comes to yards rush. This is real true efficiency, especially when you talk about a team that is 75 in rushes a game. So they are bottom league, not bottom league, but bottom-ish, half-ish, bottom to right in the middle, really. They're right in the middle when it comes to that, but number 2 when it comes to the efficiency on how they run the game. Going over their total rankings, opponents points a game, number 3. So yards a game, number 34. Number 1 when it comes to points of play. Efficiency is the name of the game for the Fighting Irish when it comes to their statistics. Yards of play, number 9. Third down conversions, number 82. I don't like that, Marcus. I don't like that. Opponents' third down conversions, though, number 5 in the nation. This is a defense that is anything else short Sorry, you can't call it anything else but elite is what I'm trying to say, son, because number 7, number 3, number 5 in yards a game, points of play, in yards of play, number 5 when it comes to third down conversions, and then, of course, red zone converting, being top 10 in the nation. They're doing a lot of good things, and then that rushing attack is just mid. It's painfully mid on the offensive side, but this defensive attack when it comes to them cornerbacks, dogs, absolute dogs. This is going to be a couple of dogs dogging it out. I got the goddamn Notre Dame Fighting Irish. It's going to be at home. It's going to be at snow. I really think not just because of the snow, but just because of this is postseason football. Whoever runs the ball more efficiently and effectively is going to win this game, and I think Notre Dame has it. They can do that at the quarterback position. Not that Indiana can't, because the quarterback can wiggle a little bit, but he's not the type of threat that Riley Leonard is, you know what I'm saying? Like, he is built into this offense of being a runner, and he does that and wins games like that. So give me the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They're getting 6.5. I said they win by 2 touchdowns. Give me 28-14. I think the Signetti boys are still going to go down with a little bit of fight going on in the season. But y'all let me know in the comments who y'all think is going to win, why y'all think they're going to win. Leave a like if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, subscribe if you enjoy college football content. We'll see you next.